everybody, it's Josh with Talk About Trek, and we are back today to talk about the newest Star Trek movie, or rather TV movie, Section 31, starring Michelle Yeoh. So this was released on Paramount Plus on streaming just last Friday. Yeah, last Friday, and I did watch it when it came out, and I watched it again yesterday because I just wanted to get the full picture, right? I wanted to give it a fair shake. The first time I watched it, I was doing some other things too, so I couldn't pay the closest attention. And sometimes you have to put the subtitles on so you can fully make out what's being said and get all the details on species, planet names, that kind of thing. So I did watch it 2 times, and I have to say, in my opinion, it is fun. It is a fun TV movie set in the Star Trek universe. Now, if you're coming into this looking for the next Star Trek movie, if someone was like, "Hey, do you want to go see the next Star Trek movie?" and then you're like, "Yeah, let's go, man," and everyone went on down and they sat down and watched this, you would probably be like, "What is this? I'm very confused. This just seems like a regular movie. Where is Star Trek?" But no, the Star Trek is there, of course. This is all based on Section 31, which is Star Trek's, black book kind of operative thing. And I guess what I really like about what they did with this is they chose to place this movie right in this Lost era. So you've got the original series, you got TNG, but you got this whole big 70 years in the middle that is just basically uncovered except by, novels and comics and things like that, really. But now we have our first real kind of look into this Lost era. And like I said, I enjoyed it for what it was. I have the feeling that there are tons of videos right now and reviews and things like that where people are just tearing this movie to shreds. Like, "Oh, this isn't Star Trek. Top 10 things Section 31 ruined about Star Trek. And how Section 31 ruined Star Trek for forever." I can only imagine. I deliberately avoid all of those things because, in my opinion, if you see something and you don't like it, you should just move on. You really shouldn't spend time to sit and talk about it and tell everyone why you don't like it and tell everyone why they shouldn't like it and tell them why it's there's no purpose to it, But for what I expected, I got. I didn't expect that we were going to get a huge bunch. I will reveal in the end what my one disappointment was. They could have did something that would have taken this from a solid 7 for me up to a 9. But listen, I give Star Trek a lot of love, so that's just me. Anyway, let's dip a little bit closer into Section 31. So this is the old character posters. They released these a long time ago, but I thought it would be a good way just to talk about the characters. And also, the one thing I really liked about this movie as well is one of the things that I liked about this movie was all the different costumes that they had. And also the sets. The costumes and the locations I thought all were pretty cool. Especially the initial, like her... it starts out with Michelle Yeoh. Of course, she has been transported by the Guardian of Forever back to the Lost era. And with the way the movie starts out, too, is kind of cool. Reminded me of like an old... almost like a... You guys remember Captain Power? You probably don't know. But it was like Section 31 was recruiting you for the mission, and you had this little opening at the beginning kind of giving you the scoop on what was going on. But she was sent back in time by the Guardian of Forever, worked for Section 31 for a little bit, and then went on her own, and is now kind of this bartender at this crazy space station on the far edge of the galaxy, right? So in walks in Alok here, and Alok is played by Omari Hardwick, and Alok is a Section 31 agent, and he has a whole team there with him. He's got Quasi, the Cameloid, who's a shapeshifter, like the Martia from Star Trek 6. You have Rachel Garrett from yesterday's Enterprise, of course. We'll come back to that. You have Mel, who is a Deltan. You have Fuzz, who looks to be a Vulcan, but has a bit of a secret going on. And you have, this was Zeph, who was the I think he was New Australian, or maybe he was from New Zealand. I don't know. I liked his accent, and the mech suit was pretty cool. And here you have them all, Section 31. And then also you had let's see, you had a few other stars. The kind of the villain of the film was played by James Lau. His name was San. And then you had a lot of interesting looks too back into her past, which also maybe was a really awesome part of the thing for me too. Anyway, back to the large screen here. So, first off, let's talk about what I really liked about it. I liked where it was set. I liked that it's right there in the Lost Era, where basically there's nothing else to interfere with. They can kind of be there, they can tell their own story, and they don't have to worry about interacting or interfering with other characters. But I do like that they did pull in like the one known character from that time that I would be interested in knowing more about. And why? Because it's the unknown captain of the Enterprise, right? We know who was captain of all the other Enterprises. We know their stories, but we only know a very little bit about Rachel Garrett, which is basically she's very brave. She takes care of her crew, but then unfortunately she dies, and Shooter McGavin takes over command and leads Tasha Yar back to the past, right? So that's yesterday's Enterprise, and that's another video just talking about that. I think I want to watch that and talk about that. But anyway, this Rachel Garrett is played by Casey Roll, who I thought that I recognized, but I guess I didn't see her in anything because I didn't know anything else that she was listed to be in. But I thought that she did a great job. I liked how she played the character. I liked how she kind of started out stiff and then grew a little bit more into it as the story went on. So I think that she was like a highlight for me. The character of so there was some weird stuff in here for sure. I don't know if I like the character of Fuzz, who was a robot made to look like a Vulcan, who had a very tiny being living inside of him, and that was the being that was basically controlling. So, but he was laughing too much. I don't know. Maybe that was what's putting me off. A laughing Vulcan just makes you think he's crazy, right? But anyway, the gist of the story is basically it kind of starts out as like a what do you call it, like a heist. Yeah, like a heist movie, right? Kind of starts out as a heist movie, and then you get a little bit of a whodunit, and then you throw in some action scenes here, some action scenes there. You get some crazy flashbacks to the her time as the Emperor of the Terran Empire. Really crazy, and again, it emphasizes just like how terrible of a person she was at that point. So the action sequences I thought were all pretty cool and well done. Especially I really like the first one where it involves her using this device to put herself out of phase. And then the guy she's fighting also has this device. So it leads to kind of some cool scenes. There's a fun scene on these levitating platforms, which is really cool. And just all in all, basically what you're getting is just a fun little action heist whodunit movie. You're getting more of Michelle Yeoh, which is great, right? And you're getting something set in the Star Trek universe that doesn't interfere with everything else we have going on. So, I mean, that's why I'm like, just yes, give me more of stuff like this. I know people are wondering, well, why aren't they making the Deep Space Nine movie or whatever? I mean, I don't know why. I don't know why they're picking what they're picking and doing what they're doing. What I do know is that I'm going to take what they give me, and I'm going to enjoy it for what it is, and then I will talk about it with you guys, and hope that you guys can watch it and enjoy it too. And if you watch it and you don't like it, that's fine too. There's a whole bunch of stuff in this world that people like and people don't like. But just watch what you like and do what you like and have fun, right? That's the whole point of things. So anyway, it was so good for me. I watched it twice in the span of a few days. And for me, that's kind of hard to do, to actually sit down and watch a movie for an hour and a half, right? That takes that takes some dedication and takes some hard work. But I was able to get it done, so I will go ahead and give my 2 Vulcan salutes up to the Section 31 movie. Well done by the cast and the crew. I don't know if we'll see any more of this in the future, even though they did leave it open to a possible sequel or maybe something carrying on. But what I really would like to see is more like this. Give me more small TV movies set in the Star Trek universe, showing me things I haven't seen, you know? Showing me things that I don't know about, showing me events that are referenced but have not been seen, you know? That would be cool, and that's what I think this brought to the table, and that's what I liked about it. You know, and the music was good too. I liked the music as well, to be honest. Music, costumes, Michelle Yeoh, Casey Roll as Rachel Garrett, fun action. I don't know what else you want. Anyway, my friends, live long and prosper. We'll see you guys in the next one.